What is up, guys? Welcome to another J Perkins 689S plays F1 2016 career mode. I kind of messed up and forgot to record the last race at Silverstone. I can give you a quick update on that. I think Rosberg won, Vettel, and I also believe Ricardo came in third. So those were the three podiums. I qualified 15th, so it wasn't a great qualifying session for me. But I actually finished the race in 5th, and Roman actually finished the race, I believe, 9th. After qualifying, I think he qualified in 14th, actually. I know we started next to each other, it might have been like 12th. But so, you look at the driver standings right now, I am in 6th, pretty far behind Ricardo. So I think 6th might be my finishing position, unless I go on a tear, and Ricardo has some problems towards the end of the season. And Roman has moved up to 10th. I believe he was 11th before last race. And I'm 1 point ahead of Bottas. So I moved up from 7th to 10th. I was in 7th before last race. And the 5th place finish definitely helped me. So we'll look at the constructor standings, and Haas inaugural season is in 4th. Who would have guessed that? So me and Roman are actually having a good team. We're ahead of Williams, we're ahead of Toro Rosso, and those are two people that are, if we look at R&D, are above us right now. And a big thing is this fuel efficiency. Last race, I ran the whole race in rich, and I only started with like 2 laps of extra fuel, pretty much. And I was able to run the whole, I think it was 13 laps in rich. And that was just something that was it was insane to me, and I was really excited about it. So yeah, we've been enjoying a run of form though. Honestly, we've been doing well. Of course, we had I think it was Austria, we messed up, and Baku we were in the lead and came into pit road and just clusterfucked ourselves on pit road. So yeah, we have had problems, but we've also done really well too in our first season in a Haas. So let's get to the race. I do enjoy this track, I'll say that. But I don't know how good I am at it. I only ran, I think, 3 laps or 4 laps on it. I ran 2 in practice. And it is pouring down raining for the beginning of the race.
The drama of 2015 is a recent example. Jenson Button's first win on the track in 2006, or in 1997, Damon Hill's heartbreak in the Arrows after a late gearbox failure cost him what would have been the team's only ever victory. What a wonderful place this is to come racing today. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaro Ring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking has always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile circuit, but the last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races. Let's hope we're in for another one here today. With me to enjoy it all is Anthony Davidson, a man who made his Grand Prix debut here with Minardi back in 2002. So, Ant, this is a bit of a special one for you, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'd say so. I also stood in to commentate on Jenson's win in 2006, and as I was a test driver for Honda at the time, you can imagine that was quite an emotional Grand Prix. It's also a tough circuit on the drivers, this one too. Lots of long, slow corners that require a lot of patience from inside the car. Plus, it's a very downforce-heavy circuit. I mean, it's all relative, of course, but if you're lacking a bit in downforce, or if you've got a bit of an imbalance in the setup, this is definitely one of the worst places to have to deal with that.
We need to be doing better than this. Let's push hard.
So it looks like we're going to be starting on the wet weathers, not the intermediates. So it might be raining for a while. We're going to look, and maybe if it dries up,
looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Daniel Ricciardo, and Vettel.
See where Roman
Raikkonen,
qualified.
Sainz, Kvyat,
I want to say he qualified
and Valtteri
10th.
Bottas, Massa, Grosjean,
Oh, nope.
Nico Hulkenberg.
Yep, 12th. So yeah, we're gonna have to see. Hopefully, it continues to rain the whole race. Yeah, it actually looks like it might dry up. Oh, I don't know if I should come in for intermediates. That'll probably be like a mid-race thing. So I could finish on full wets, it looks like. But I might be losing time if it comes down to it. Oh man, it's gonna be interesting. But if you look at this, it says like the low tire management is on wet weathers. So maybe they're expecting the track to just stay that wet. This is gonna be an interesting race. Oh, the formation lap.
That was the pull away. You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
So the formation lap, this is going to be interesting. This race is going to be very interesting. Especially with me using a controller and not a wheel, because I ain't got that money to have a wheel. And of course, to let y'all know, I'm on hard AI difficulty. I didn't think I was going to be, I thought on hard I'd be just like starting mid-pack and then maybe moving up and finishing like 6th or something at races that I'm good at the tracks, because I haven't played F1 in a while, and well, I've been in first a few times, and I've even won a race. I think I won Canada in a Haas. So you could imagine what's going to happen if I get with Mercedes or Red Bull or even Toro Rosso, maybe even Williams. Williams has good cars in this game. But yeah, so this is going to be an uphill battle. I really hope, I'm going to have to be very fluent on my controller. That's going to be a thing to watch out for. And it is an 18-lap race, so there's going to be plenty of times for me to make mistakes, pretty much. Hopefully we get a good start, because I don't want Rosberg to be getting past me, and then me just going into the corner like a madman and fucking up my wing. So that's an extreme possibility. Oh man, this is going to be a fun race, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we can be fast. And hopefully it doesn't dry up. We've actually passed the start-finish line.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Oh man, I am nervous for this race. I want to win it, especially in the rain. But, oh man, I don't know how good I am in the rain. Especially if these tires start going away, we might have a problem. Because like I said, I'm playing on a controller, and my controller is very iffy. It's funny you can mess with that. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So hopefully we could bring another win in. Be our second win of the stream. Hopefully Ricardo has problems too. But we'll have to see. 18-lap race in the rain. Possibly going to be pouring the whole race. And we're off. I don't think we got the best start ever. No, we definitely didn't. We're off the track already. Can we make this turn full throttle? I don't think I want to. No DRS though, so that helps us. Because those faster cars aren't going to be able to, destroy us on the straights pretty much. might be being too much of a bitch, though, too. That's a possibility. Corner's gonna be iffy. It wasn't as iffy as I thought it was gonna be. I actually did well in that corner. There was debris on the track there. Hopefully that doesn't hurt a tire or anything. So right now it looks like we are pretty fast in the rain compared to everyone else. Might just be because I'm driving like a maniac. Let's see, how's my tires doing? They're doing well, actually. Eventually I might put it on Rich, but I don't want to do that this early in the race.
This heavy rain will last another 10 minutes before we see it transition over to light rain.
So that's what scares me. When it transitions to light rain, will the track stay wet enough for me to run the wets? Because if I don't have to make a pit stop, I'm probably golden at this point. I mean, we're putting the gap on them. But once we start having to make like strategic things, that's when I could get iffy. I don't know if I fully trust myself or not. So yeah, you see there why I don't really trust myself. Luckily, we were able to get on the track, back on the track in first, and we were able to get back on the track swiftly. But I don't think the tires are going to like that too much. Yeah, and I think in terms of like whether we have to go back to intermediates or not, I'm going to let my team handle that. If they think there's a viable strategy change, they're going to radio me and tell me, so I'm going to trust them with that, I guess. Broke a little late. It's one thing I can't do is brake late. I know I normally brake a little later than the racing lines would suggest me to, but this is like the third race I've ran in the rain. Baku, it was gonna end up raining. You know, we were in the lead in that race and everything, so that was gonna be fun until I messed up. But so don't have much experience in the rain. I will say that much at least. But luckily I know how to kind of be fluid with the wheel. It's the turn we messed up last time. We didn't do very well this time either. That's going to be a fun turn. I think my problem is I want to keep straight out in that turn before it, because that's what you do when it's dry. And I think that's just messing me up at this point. Gotta get that out of my mind. I believe that was fast lap of the race.
Rate is 13.4 seconds.
Wonder who it was that lost their wing early in the race. I believe it was at the first lap, actually. Yeah, we're definitely pulling away in that sector, and I think they're a little faster than me in the other sectors of the track.
Okay, some information on Kvyat. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Kvyat, dude, he's having problems and a half right now. Blown engine last race, which luckily didn't bring out a safety car. I'm surprised it didn't. So we do have safety cars turned on, we've never seen one yet. And in fact, he was right in front of me when he blew that engine. And if he's slowing down this race, he's not having a dandy old time. Actually, his engine explosion might have hurt me a little because it was under caution. I was trying to get past him, and it just so happened I think Botas was right next to him. So I passed Botas too. It was a Williams. I think it was Botas, and I had to give that position back to Botas. Well, Botas was chilling behind the blown engine, and so I had to slow down a lot. And then maybe if that doesn't happen, that race goes a bit differently, and maybe I'm able to catch. It was like a lead group of like 4 cars in the front that was like probably 3 seconds in front of me at the end of the race. Maybe I actually catch them if it wasn't for the blown engine from Kvyat. Or Kvyat. I don't really know how to pronounce it. I'll just pronounce it how I think it is. I think it's Kvyat.
It's not a perfect situation, but I don't think we have cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
Good to know. Also, there is a car in front of me, and don't know who it is, but I think that might be who lost the front wing on the first lap. So we might find out who it is after all. As soon as the crew chief says we should switch to intermediates, I'm switching. It's always best to switch early, I've learned. Maybe you're a little slower than the wets for a few laps, but as soon as that track comes back, the intermediates start flying. It'd be an interesting strategy thing too, like when people are going to come in, when all this is going to happen. Luckily we have a pretty decent lead right now. I mean, coming to the pits, we'd go back a little if we came in and no one else came in, but I don't don't know. Right now I need to be thinking of just like finishing the race, not thinking about strategy too much. Just taking it one corner at a time. Try not to get on those rumble strips, because that could be a problem if I try to turn sharply off of them. And ultimately could end up putting me in the wall. I don't think it will, but could. That corner just isn't good for me. How are these tires doing? They're actually doing well. Doing well, though. They are getting a little hot, I guess. I mean, hot as in they were 75 earlier, now they're 76. That left front. I actually got up to 77 there. Yeah, right now I'm on the right tire, though. Don't know if that ends up changing or anything, but we're almost halfway through the race, and I'm in the lead, and I have a commanding lead over Lewis. And my first real race in the rain. And I know, like I saw earlier, that the rain was supposed to eventually stop. Not stop, but like get, not pouring either. Like kind of a light rain. I mean, I'm going to use it in technical terms. We started the rain with 3 little droplets of water, and then the race is supposed to end with just 1 droplet of water. But that change was supposed to happen already, and it still looks like there's some heavy rain coming down. Maybe not 3 droplets, but possibly 2. I really hope you liked my technical terms, by the way. That was a much better version of that turn. We probably lost some time because of that, but hey, we have a 9-second lead over Hamilton. And the only way I see us losing this race is something, if the track does dry up, that could hold us back. And if I just make a stupid mistake, and if something happens with this car in front of me, that could this car in front of me ends up, dive bombing me into a corner. If I do catch up to it, I'm not making much room. Oh, it's actually Felipe Massa, another Williams.
Okay, distance to
So,
teammate, 29.5 seconds.
So Massa had a problem on that on the start of the race. Give me the position, Massa. So there we go. Maybe there's a chance I'm stupid by going to Rich. Because, we do have a commanding lead. I don't want to finish the race with 2 laps of gas just chilling, unused. Our lead is growing, though. We are officially, wait for it, back to standard, by the way. I didn't like the idea of being on Rich. We're halfway through the race, and we've gone wire to wire so far. We're wire to half wire, I guess, would be the better way to put it. Broke late. So now I can start driving like a pussy. Oh god, and as I say that, on Forza I would have just crashed if I use realistic steering. Luckily this car has a bit more downforce than the cars on Forza. I don't think anyone's came in and put on intermediates either. So hopefully, like I said, I'm planning on one stop in this race. There's a chance it turns into 2 stops if the track dries up a little, but I mean, it's still raining. Tires are doing well. We're well on fuel. We actually could go to rich if we wanted to, but I don't want to do that. Personally, I don't want to screw myself out of this race.
This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, the slight rain just must be keeping the track wet enough. Tires are getting up there in heat actually, but they're not too hot. The water's keeping them honest basically. And this time by will be on lap 12 of 18. Of course I do 25% races, hard AI, which I might actually have to switch off of eventually, because it seems like a lot of times I'm just pretty fast now on some of these tracks like this one. I think if we do win this race, we win our rivalry over Kvyat, but he had problems this race too, so we're actually getting a bigger lead over Hamilton. I kind of pussyfooted that corner, but hey, it's fine. At this point, I think with 6 laps left, I don't think the rain's gonna slack off enough for me to have to question myself on intermediates. And pretty much everyone else is on wet weathers. Actually, pretty sure everyone is on wet weathers, so I think at this point we're just gonna be fine. We're gonna be able to go till the end. Our tires are looking good. They're only at like 36%. 35% actually for that left front. Temperature looks good and everything. Yeah, so he said we should stay on this tire a little longer. Hopefully that means till the end of the race, but the track is drying. Hopefully we don't have to make a last lap pit stop or something. But I'll trust the team. Yeah, if this was like a 50% race, I'm pretty sure we would have switched to the intermediates sometime soon, but everyone else is on wet weathers. Until I see people going into the pits, I'm not going to switch.
Okay, I think it might be just about time to come and change these tyres.
Hear from the team there, it might be time to come and change these tires, but there's 4 laps left. I have to see what everyone else is doing. Then we're a good ways ahead of everyone. So I mean, if people do come in, we're still going to have time to come into the pits, change to those intermediates, because, you know, they're going to be pretty far behind us. If we see the position things start to change, like Hamilton goes behind someone, we'll probably come in.
You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up.
Yeah, they didn't come into the pits, so we're not going to come into the pits until they do, pretty much. So I just got boring coverage. I figured it would be a better race than this, but not having to make a pit stop or anything, we kind of lucked out. Unless we have to make a pit stop towards the end, but I think at this point, it's too late. Like, if this was a dry race, it would be a completely different race, pretty much. But I've dominated in this wet weather conditions.
This light rain is going to be with us for a while now.
Yeah, so until we start seeing people coming in, we're not coming in. It's not going to happen. Yeah, you can definitely see with the tire wear that these tires are getting a little too old for the track. Not too old for the track, but a little too
This is
rippy for the track.
7 seconds.
18 seconds, I could almost think about just actually coming to the pits anyway, just to change those intermediates and then flying away, but there's no reason to do that at this moment of time.
We have 5
2 laps left, let's see. Let's see if they come in. Nope, they're not coming in, so at this point I think we're good till the end of the race, unless we do something stupid, like we almost did there. We should be able to just stay on these wet weathers and bring home the trophy. And the team hasn't tried to make a strategy change, so that makes me think that everything's going to be fine. And I can just stay on these tires till the end. See if they come in, because this is the last lap. I think if they come in, I have to come in. So we'll see if they go in the pits. That guy's not in the pits. So yeah, I think we're good at this point. We're going to stay on these tires till the end. I don't know why I'm so worried about it, but... like I said, I think we'd have enough time to where we can make a pit stop and then come out if we had to in first still. So, yeah, a little more dominating than I thought it was going to be if I won this race. But of course the rain.
20.2 seconds.
The rain put a damper on things. Not a damper, but the rain helped me out basically because I drove well in the rain and I drove fast in the rain. Didn't even have to go into my rich mixture. And we're just going to have one lap after these last few corners. And a 20-second lead. At this point, if they came into pit, they wouldn't be able to catch me in time with those intermediates. So, it's all good. We're going to win this race. Barring anything miraculous, of course. Barring me being a complete dumbass, which is possible. We're only on 50%. We have a lot of fuel, plus 3 laps of fuel left. And we might bring Haas to their 2nd ever race victory and their 3rd ever podium. 4th ever podium, I did finish 2nd once. And Roman podiumed once. There's really one more iffy corner left, although I did run this one kind of wide. But we should be good till the end of the race. Yep, that was the last iffy corner, so I think we have like 3 corners left. We're actually catching lap traffic too. So last corner, big sweeper. On the straight, and we're gonna take the checkered flag.
Nice work, that's P1. Race win. Well done.
So another fantastic victory for Haas today. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
Well, keeping their tyre temperatures up in the tricky wet conditions was really important. There's not much grip out there at the best of times, and it's 10 times worse if you're out there on cold tyres. So the way they kept the rubber in its proper operating window was a huge advantage today.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be Haas picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for coming out on top in that amazing Grand Prix.
It was a different animation actually.
So then,
That's interesting.
it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for Nico Rosberg, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, it's a difficult decision for sure, but I'm going to say Pascal Wehrlein. We've been seeing his talent elsewhere for a while now, and it's good to see him making the same kind of impact in Formula One.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
Yeah, so we started first, finished first. Lewis actually gained 2 positions. Rosberg dropped 3. And Massa dropped 11. But we picked up points, and also Roman finished 10th in the points, picked up a point, stayed 6th, but we're going for Ricardo, and we definitely extended our lead over Bottas. Constructors Championship, we're still 4th. Mercedes is in 1st, Ferrari, Red Bull, and Haas in 4th. That's an interesting thing. So yeah, we won another race. And at this point, we're halfway through the season. Did we win this rivalry? Nope, we're 3 points away.
Hi. I have to dash off, but I wanted to give you the contract first. I'll let you read over the details, but congratulations.
So we got a contract. I wonder if this is from Haas. Team promotion. Senior manager have noticed your recent performances and decided to promote you to the team's first driver. Oh, so there's no like even drivers. Or at least there's no even drivers for now. That's interesting. So yeah, we're the first driver. Suck it, Roman. It does help that we're 6th in the driver standings, but Roman's actually 10th. Roman's doing well. So yeah, we hope that that contract was gonna be a invitation to join another team, but it ultimately wasn't. So now we are at, where are we at? Oh, we're at Hockenheim, at the Hockenheim ring. Ooh, interesting track, and we are the first driver. We should beat Kvyat this weekend. Hopefully we get some R&D points. I'm really looking at that engine, but I don't think we'll have the points for it. Maybe get some downforce, maybe less drag. Yeah, if you look at this, we've kind of stayed steady. I don't want to say steady, but we've had some decent things. Trophy room, 3 trophies, a 2nd and 2 firsts. But if you look at other than those, it seems like we're either doing at Spain and Britain we did well. Got 2 DNFs in there. Sadly, Austria finished 21st, Monaco 21st, China 11th, Australia 22nd. We didn't start well at Australia. But yeah, so not bad for the first season. So that's going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you stay with me and watch the Hockenheim. And I believe it's the German Grand Prix at Hockenheim. Yeah, thanks for watching.